Hi again. I hope you found that little talk about tests and paragraphs to be helpful. And now it's going to be your turn to try to identify some topic sentences. Share my screen. And here we are with our slideshow. So I want you to look at these sentences and think about which one you think is the topic sentence. The first one, the picketers at Planned Parenthood are never outside in the rain. Two, the picketers at Planned Parenthood are rarely women. Three, the Planned Parenthood picketers seem like fair weather protesters who are out of touch with women's rights. Now think about these three statements. Which one would be an adequate topic sentence, enough information with a subject and a position to help you develop a paragraph? Well, in number one, we've got a topic plus a detail. So this seems like evidence, right, or support. Same with number two. We've got a topic, still the picketers at Planned Parenthood, but just another sort of detail, not enough to develop a paragraph around. The number three is our topic sentence because we have the topic, which is the same, but we have an argument, right? An assertion. And so we expect now the author to back this up with evidence. Do another one. Many dachshunds are prone to having back problems if their caretakers do not provide a balanced diet and adequate exercise. Hmm. Many dachshunds make great house dogs. Many dachshunds can display emotional behavior. So number one is it's got the topic, it's got the detail, just support, right? What we would call evidence, or an example, very specific, not enough information to go ahead and plan a paragraph around. Same with number three. Um, they can display emotional behavior. They can, which means they also can not, right? So it's not really giving us enough information to develop a paragraph about that. This one, and this is why I made this one the shortest sentence. I don't want you to always think that the topic sentence is the longest sentence of the paragraph. The topic sentence is the one that gives the reader the topic and makes an assertion. So the fact that many dachshunds make great house dogs, that's highly subjective. That sounds like something someone's going to argue. And I'm going to wait to see what their evidence is, right? And so that's what you see in the other sentences is sort of like bits of evidence. And what I want you to remember is that if you've got a sentence that can sort of just be refuted really easily or answered very easily with a yes or a no, then it's not going to be a topic sentence. Not likely to be a topic sentence because most of what you'll be writing in these English courses throughout college are going to be argumentative papers. You're rarely going to be stating something that's just a fact, you know, um, rain falls from clouds, not from lightning, that sort of thing. You're not going to be writing many essays like that. You're going to be doing a lot of critical thinking and making some sort of an argument and then supporting the argument with evidence and citations. So that's why you've got to get in the habit early on of seeing, what an assertion looks like. So many dachshunds are prone to having back problems. Not really arguable. There's data there, and this could maybe be like a thesis statement for some sort of a research paper. But for what we're working on now with argumentative writing, no, it's not going to be a topic sentence for a paragraph. But number two is arguable, right? Someone could say, I don't think they make great house dogs. Why do they make great house dogs? And so the fact that you can't answer this with a yes or a no, you have to say more of like why. Now you know that you're on to a topic sentence, especially for an argumentative piece. So what students often want to know is, well, how do you take one sentence and make a paragraph? out of it. Seems like a lot of work. And you've got two options. You can write the topic sentence and then you can break it down into its little parts. And that's what most of your teachers will teach you to do. I'm a rare teacher in that I tell you the way writers actually usually really write because I do write. And I'm more likely to write out all of my supporting ideas and then look at it and say, what in the heck am I trying to say here? Summarize all those ideas and then get to work on writing them as coherent sentences from an outline. So first I'm going to brainstorm. So if I want to take the first approach, okay, I've got this argument, they make great house dogs. Well, what makes them great house dogs? And we'll get into counter arguments later in the class. What are some drawbacks, right? I want to think about every aspect of the mini dachshund as a house dog. So here's a drawback, they're prone to back problems, and you've got to be really careful about their diet and their exercise. They're very stubborn, and they're known for this. Um, a plus is that you don't have to have a big house, right? You don't have to have a big backyard. They're so small, they can easily get a lot of exercise in a very small apartment. They're very, very social. And this is sort of like a neutral point, right? Because people who aren't very social might not really like this, but some people will like this. And so I might come up with something that says, after I brainstorm, and it would probably be a longer process than this, but it might say, although many dachshunds make great house dogs because they are outgoing and require little space and playtime, their caregivers must be patient with them and careful not to overfeed them. Okay, and so we'll go through the process of seeing how this breaks out into a paragraph. But every single part of this topic sentence is useful and will be explained in the paragraph. We don't throw anything into a topic sentence just for the sake of saying it or having more words on the page. So I want to show you what that starts to look like. Okay, once we've got a topic sentence, we need to have evidence, right? Summary statement, and think about transitions. So although many dachshunds make great house dogs because they are outgoing and require little space and playtime, their caregivers must be patient with them and careful not to overfeed them. Because of their personalities, many dachshunds are among the most common breed of therapy dog. With their weight averaging 10 pounds, many dachshunds can enjoy quality exercise in very small living quarters, and they require a whopping 16-hour minimum of sleep every day. As they are known for being notoriously stubborn, many dachshunds need owners committed to proper training. Additionally, owners who overfeed these mini best friends may find the dogs suffer severe back problems caused by obesity. For patient people who have small living spaces and enjoy sharing social spaces with their canine pals, the mini dachshund is the perfect breed. Of course, my paragraph didn't just come out of thin air like this. I had to sit there and brainstorm and think about what are the positive qualities of the mini dachshund, what are some drawbacks, right? How do I summarize this? But I've got this color coding here because this is something I really like to do. I like to put my writing on a Microsoft Word document and then use the highlight function or the font color function to say, what's relating to what in my topic sentence, right? So, I've got this argument that I'm putting forth that says, although many dachshunds make great house dogs, their caregivers must do this and that. So I've got to think every single part of this sentence needs to be fleshed out in my paragraph. How do I do that, right? So what I did was I said, well, requiring little space and playtime, I'm going to code that as blue, and the patience I'm going to code as pink, and the overfeeding issue I'm going to code as purple, and then I'm going to see in my paragraph, are all those colors reflected back, or did I skip something? Okay, so I've got the topic sentence, and I just left the main argument there in yellow. I'm not going to have any more yellow throughout my paragraph because my yellow is going to be argued by my evidence now. So here's some evidence. Mini dachshunds are among the most common breed of therapy dog, and that's coded white because it relates back to their being outgoing. Many dachshunds can get exercise in a small place and they need a lot of sleep. So this is just telling people they don't need a lot of space and playtime, and that's blue because it refers back to that blue point in my topic sentence. Pink is about their stubbornness and needing owners with patience, and so that relates back to that pink part of my topic sentence. And then the purple has to do with their diet and their potential back problems, and that refers back to the purple part of my topic sentence. So this is something that's really helpful for me that I've done for years personally, and many students have said that they also find this helpful. The summary then I put in green. It's because there shouldn't be any summary in my topic sentence, right? This is me answering the question to, a reader saying, so what? So why should I care? So I'm reminding them that I'm arguing, what a great house dog a mini dachshund is, but I'm using different words, and I'm, summarizing a lot of my points while I'm doing it. Transitions are these phrases like because of their personalities, with their weight averaging 10 pounds, as they are known for, additionally, right? These words that if you took these phrases or words out, you would just see that the reading would feel choppy. These phrases are not like necessary in a grammatical sense, but stylistically, it sure does help to have them there. And if you like this idea of test, I actually got this idea from a book that I taught with a few years ago. It's fairly hard to find online, but there are a few copies. And I have a link here in case you're interested. You can find some copies of it used for fairly inexpensive. And so this was a book that I really enjoyed using to teach. And I don't say that very often. I don't like many textbooks I've used to teach. And so today, I hope that you get to work starting to write a paragraph using topic sentence, evidence, summary statement, and transitions throughout. And you can start with a topic sentence and then write your paragraph, or you can start by listing all of your evidence and then developing a topic sentence from that. Hopefully, by reviewing this slideshow, you can see how you can use either workflow to get started. And so there's my contact information. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you soon.